How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the fact that 4 states have paused the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Now, this is of no surprise to me. Like I've said before in the previous video, Johnson & Johnson just got off being sued for talcum powder causing ovarian cancer in women. And I think the largest percentage race-wise was black women, because it was like asbestos or something in the talcum powder that was causing the cancer. I'm not really sure exactly what was going on, but that lawsuit was just 2 years ago. And now here they are with a one-shot vaccine, and there's all kind of people falling out, having really crazy reactions right at the time of the vaccine. We don't know what's going to happen later, what the long-term effects are going to be, but right when the virus vaccine is given, they're having problems. Now, before I go any further down into the rabbit hole, let's go ahead and roll the clip. In this clip, you're going to see what's going on here in Georgia. I think this is in Forsyth County, which is like 45 minutes to an hour from downtown. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Georgia has halted giving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine incoming, and our state isn't alone. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy speaking exclusively to one woman who suffered side effects.
My limbs started going numb. My face went numb.
Sarah Moore says she's still processing the last few days being bedridden after having a frightening reaction to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
It's scary because, passing out once is not my concern. It's, passing out multiple times and then having 103.5 degree fever for the remaining 2 days after that. Within 2 to 3 minutes, I knew that I was going to pass out. My vision was going out, my hearing was going out.
The DPH paused Johnson & Johnson vaccines at the Cummings site. DPH Commissioner Dr. Kathleen Toomey says they are looking at what may have caused the reactions, including the conditions at the fairgrounds, such as heat and the ability to keep the site cool. Heat, Sarah says, has nothing to do with it.
It was not hot out. It was not even 70 degrees, I don't think. I was in a hoodie and jeans and felt very comfortable, not hot.
Sarah says after initially passing out, she awoke lying across 3 chairs and saw another person feeling extremely ill.
There was a girl about 15 feet away from me, and she was getting transported out on the stretcher.
Colorado, Iowa and North Carolina also suspended Johnson & Johnson vaccines at least one site because of reactions. The CDC responding tonight with this statement saying the CDC performed vaccine lot analysis and has not found any reason for concern.
It messed me up bad. I broke out in hives. My whole head started swelling up. Look how big my head is. And then I woke up this morning and my eye was shut. I broke out in hives.
All right, you saw that, you heard that. Now, before I get into it, I'm not sure that last part was part of the original news story, but you get the idea. There's a bunch of problems happening, not just in Forsyth County, not just in Georgia, but in 3 other states. A total of 4 states, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been paused. Now, if you want to get the vaccine, whether it be Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, if you want to get it, then go ahead. That's your prerogative. You should be able to do so. However, when you have all these things being floated around talking about the vaccine passport or, the shaming language on social media and everywhere else, oh, if you don't get the vaccine, you're not patriotic. You need to be named and shamed and put on a watch list and all this and that and the third. I think that language should stop. The forcing of people to get the vaccine should stop. We should stop all of that because there's obviously some adverse effects, okay? And I've said it before. In Michigan, they had 246 people that got the virus after getting the vaccine, and 3 of them died. So how effective is it? That's the main question. Is it even very effective? You're thinking, okay, I got the vaccine. I'm safe. Everything's good to go. But are you really? Is it really safe? Is it safe as, let's say, wearing a face mask? Because we know wearing a face mask is not really that safe. I think Fauci said it from the very beginning when he was being a little bit honest still. He was like, hey, that face mask might block a droplet or two, but it would not give you perfect protection. And that might be the same case with this so-called vaccine, right? Now, they're going to say, oh, well, in Georgia, there were like 430-something people that got the vaccine and 2% of them had adverse effects. Well, tell me the death rate from the virus, huh? Tell me the death rate from the virus. What is the probability that you're going to catch the virus and have really debilitating side effects that it puts you in the hospital and things of that nature? What is it? They said like 30 million people have the virus that have been detected, meaning those that have been tested. 30 million people got the virus in the United States, and I think it was like 500,000 deaths out of 30 million people. And out of those deaths, 80% of them had severe comorbidities like being overweight, obese, drugs, alcohol, things of that nature. So why would I take this vaccine if I am hesitant when I'm a healthy person and I know the ways to protect myself? All right. Now, like I said, if you want to take it, go ahead. That's your prerogative. But it shouldn't be any forcing going on because now you put my health in jeopardy. They say you can't sue them, from what I've been able to read. And if I'm wrong about this, let me know in the comments. But I've read that you cannot sue the vaccine manufacturers because when you get it, basically sign a waiver saying, hey, this is experimental and, you know, you can't sue if something goes wrong. But if your job makes you get the vaccine to come to work, can you sue them? Oh, you're going to see a lot of that. If people are being forced to get the vaccine to go to work and then something happens, they fall out, bust their head open, two fall out. Oh, yeah. If that was me and I got forced to get the vaccine to keep my job, oh man, and have something happen, I'm suing everybody I can. I'm getting paid. I'm getting the ultimate. Ain't no GoFundMe going on here. No GoFundMe page. No, none of that. No Twitter. Please give me some. I'm going to say, hey, let's get this lawyer with the crazy hairpiece, and we're going to go in there and get cash money, period. That's how I'm going to look at it. However, some people might not make it that far, and they may not be able to live to get to the suing process. So I think for the sake of the United States citizens and these businesses, you shouldn't be forcing anybody to get the vaccine. The mask thing is bad enough. I read something from Canada where they said there was graphene in the masks, and that was causing some problems. People are breathing heavy metals because where are these masks made? What are they made with? They're made so rapidly, so quickly, we can't even trust what's in the masks. It's a piece of cloth. So if you can't really trust the masks that have been made with such rapidity, how can you trust a vaccine that's been made even quicker than the masks have been made? Because masks been around for a long time. This ain't nothing new. Surgical masks and face, these have been around for a long time. But what about these vaccines that are being created within the past 6 months to a year very quickly? So at a certain point, can you trust them? I mean, hey, it's a lot of rumors going on by people that have died. You saw DMX die. They said it was a drug overdose. At least his team did. But then I'm hearing rumors, not substantiated rumors, but rumors that he had the vaccine and he had a heart attack 2-3 weeks later. I don't know anything about that. But I do know that Hank Aaron got the vaccine 2 weeks before he died. Now, some are going to say, well, ABO, he was 86, 87 years old. He was an old man. I mean, what are you going to do? But he got the vaccine 2 weeks before he passed away. And also, marvelous Marvin Hagler, he got the vaccine recently before he passed away. He was in his, mid to late 60s. Then what are they going to say? Oh, well, you know, he was a boxer for X amount of years, kept getting punched in the head. Well, you got guys like Larry Holmes that are still living. Muhammad Ali lived past that age, even with full-blown Parkinson's for the past, 30 years of his life. So, I mean, is the boxing the reason? And also, there was a legal commentator that'll be on TV occasionally, Midwin Charles. May she rest in peace. May everybody that has passed away rest in peace. She was 47, looked to be in great health, not crazy obese, overweight, and nothing like that. She gets the vaccine and dies shortly thereafter with no cause of death given. I don't know why she died. I don't know how she died, but she didn't get hit by a train or shot or anything. No kind of blunt force trauma. So what happened? it's a lot of things going on that make you scratch your head and be like, hey, what's going on with this vaccine, with these vaccines, different ones? Now, like I said, they're going to say that any kind of, potential negative side effect or anything of this sort is few and far in between, but so is dying from the virus. So at that point, you pick your poison. It's like, okay, do I rely upon my immune system or do I take this shot and gamble with that? Either way it goes, it's a risk. But how about this? As I close, you should be able to take whatever risk that you want to take. Whether that's my immune system, I rely upon that. I should be able to choose that, or the vaccine, or both. Whatever I want to do, let that be my choice. Not the dictation of a job, the government, or anyone else. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that these vaccines have some problems that need to get sorted out before we continue on? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. How do you feel about jobs forcing their employees to get the vaccine? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I stand. I say, if you want to go out there and get it, and that's your prerogative, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to sit here and stop you. I'm not necessarily going to discourage you from doing what you want to do. However, I think we need to be informed rather than just having these talking heads go out there, including Anthony Fauci, go out there and talk about, oh, well, it's safe and there's no problems, very minimal risk. Rather than having that be the only narrative, let's hear all narratives. Let's hear from Anthony Fauci and also Simone Gold. Let's hear the positive stories and also some of the negative ones. Let's hear from those that have not had side effects and those that have. Let's hear everything. Put everything out there on the table rather than what your man Lester Holt from MS-13, just regular NBC, not MS-13. Rather than what Lester Holt from NBC says, which is, hey, we're going to push one narrative here, and that's going to be it, and we're not going to give any airtime to anything opposing. Let's hear all the viewpoints from all sides of the issue and let the American people decide for themselves what they want to do and what they don't want to do. I know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. How about you? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.